Hello my darlings, it's me Michele Zeni and welcome back to another episode of the Talk of Fashion. Today we're going to talk about the Haute Couture Fall 2019-20 and we're going to recap a few shows, the highlights of these 3 days, and also we had the opportunity to chit chat with couture customers about couture. First show on the line has been Schiaparelli and its new creative director Daniel Rosebery. The show can be described as dreamy, over the top and animalesque. The animalia obsession that Schiaparelli had has been translated quite well from the designer, and we can see, for instance, on the ladybug, on a crop top, otherwise going all over the body, and we have seen acrylic nails used on embellishment on garments or as jewelry. And there has been a lot of surrealistic details, which is prevalent of the essence of Schiaparelli. It's important also to acknowledge the great ability of tailoring that Daniel has and how this has been pushed to the limits to be able to create beautiful garments and very dreamy garments, and how this has been translated into day wear pieces, which are a lot of the requests from couture customers. Iris Van Herpen, her collection was a quintessential of what her design is. We have seen the usual beautiful sculptural dress, some of them created with more metallic fabrics, either plastics, or as always she's trying to challenge herself to create something that can be mesmerizing but as well as beautiful, and also trying to challenge sustainability. We have seen beautiful dresses, chiffon dresses with prints on, 3D printed dresses. Also, she has collaborated this time with American artist called Anthony Howe, which creates these kind of kinetic sculptures. And also he created for the show this beautiful gigantic sculpture that was placed in the middle of the room, and where dresses were going through, and as well helped to collaborated with to create the finale dress. There was this white chiffon feathers with this kind of small fans all moving in this kinetic way, and it was just just went viral as many of the things that are going on during the Iris Van Herpen show. Dior has decided to showcase its collection at the 30 Avenue Montaigne, where its atelier is located in Paris. Curie has brought her feminist opinion once again to her collection and to her vision. She drew inspiration for this collection from a movie called Les Petites Cariadités, if my French is right, which is a docu-film from 1984 from Agnès Varda, and it's about cariatides, which basically are a piece of stone engraved into a woman, beautifully draped, which are what is supporting a Greek monument. And this, I believe, is a metaphor that Curie has used to symbolize how important women were in the Greek society and how important they are nowadays. And she also has taken inspiration from architecture for the clothes, and we have seen it from the tailoring to the shapes of the jacket to the colors that she has used, rough materials she has used for the construction. And the last look was very obvious and very epitomous of what architecture, how important architecture was in this collection, when she basically just bring a golden house down the runway. Chanel. Virgine Viard has been side to side with Karl Lagerfeld for over 30 years, and now she has been able to showcase her first couture collection at the Grand Palais. The Grand Palais, of course, is meaningful of the brand, is almost a synonym since 2005 when Karl Lagerfeld started using it to showcase his collections. This time Virgine decided to go more colourful, in a sense more feminine, and kind of going back a tiny bit to, you know, the root of Chanel and what Chanel means. She has been able to showcase in this beautiful library, using these as a metaphor, you know, to how important is literature and of course history and the past, and how we need to kind of take care of it, and, you know, being able to don't forget the past in order to create a better future. Talking about the collection, she has been able to showcase a more colorful use of fabrics. You know, the famous Chanel tweed we have seen in colors that usually were used for spring ready to wear, not even couture, because couture was more of a sophisticated black and white, more, you know, kind of important in a sense color palette of colors. Is also, we have seen a fresher cut in the pants, longer coats, a more juvenile Chanel for Virgine. So we're here at the Stéphane Roland fashion show for Couture Week. Stéphane Roland brought his collection to the Opera Garnier, the beautiful sumptuous opulent Opera Garnier, and we have seen this time how he decided to bring chiffon everywhere with beautiful pastel colors and beautiful contrast, beautiful movement, and how important this is for his own design. And we have seen how magnificent was the setting up in order to showcase his beautiful clothes, beautifully made, beautifully tailored. This is how you do a couture show. You pick up a beautiful location, you need to be extremely strong with your tailor skills and your creative side. You put everything together and this is where you create a beautiful show with beautiful clothes. Alexandre Vauthier. Alexandre Vauthier is a master of couture. We know him since ages. It's 10 years that he launched his brand, and this collection was a celebration of his love for Paris. We have seen how he decided to showcase his vision of a Parisian woman, of the glamour, the sexiness, the attire that a Paris woman should have in his vision. And we have seen it on big shoulders, very skinny and tiny waist, beautiful legs. Of course, she needs to show, and, you know, very, very drapey, but at the same time exquisitely tailored gowns in pink, green, big volumes in, you know, gowns with big volumes in pink and other kind of print, huge bows, small sunglasses. It's very much like, you know, seductive and with a spicy attitude. Is literally what Blair Waldorf would wear if she would come to Paris. Also, as always, we know big stars of couture. Celine Dion was there. And I also got the chance to be interviewed outside the show.
C'est toujours elle la star. Le défilé doit commencer, mais en fait, ce qu'on se dit, c'est ouais, attendez que Céline arrive.
And yes, she looked fantastic. We love her. We don't need to spend any more time talking about Celine. Givenchy. Chloe Keller decided to bring an exquisite mix of English punk with Parisian glamour, and it all came together in an exquisite collection that, to me, it's very much an homage and resemble of Isabella Blow's style. Her style was significantly important and significantly predominant from the couture in Paris brought to the UK. And I am 100% sure that Keller has taken her style and her, her work and pictures that she has taken through the years as inspiration for this collection. It's beautiful to see this bomb of feathers exploding on gowns, and how heavily tailored tuxedos has been put together with a color combination that is contrasting, but it's just beautifully and soft. She also decided to bring a tiny bit, add a tiny bit of femininity, not that it wasn't necessary, but just showing glimpse of shoulders on beautiful dress. And I just would say that this collection is overall one of the best collections she has ever made, and there's no comparison during this couture to this collection. It was as soft and sophisticated and very blowish, I would say. Ramikadi. Ramikadi is a fairly new brand for couture. I truly believe is a force to be reckoned with because of his techniques in order to create garments. It's really nice to see how using 3D prints, such huge names like Iris Van Herpen, is a method that is evolving and is start to be developing within the fashion industry. His collection was a study about flowers and an exploration of the floral world, and his passion for clothes and for femininity brought him to create hyper feminine, beautifully colorful dresses. And it's important also to talk about the fact that he's speaking to a very niche kind of clientele for couture. He's not taking that super sophisticated woman over 50, but he's talking to a younger audience that wants to be a couture client, but at the same time wants to be feminine and sexy and not necessarily outrageous, but wants to challenge her femininity and her silhouette in a way that maybe an older woman wouldn't do. Zuhair Murad. We know what we're going to see when we name him. We have already a preconcept about his label. We are aware that going there we're going to see this beautiful princess-like dress, beautifully embroidered gowns, beautifully embroidered jackets. It wasn't a groundbreaking collection. It was inspired from the 70s and this idea of a woman traveling to North Africa and being inspired from Moroccan carpets, the paisley motifs, and we have seen these all together in the collection, and it was a cohesive collection. It makes sense. In general, it was a nice collection. It looked more like a ready-to-wear collection other than a couture collection to me because of the creative side. It wasn't extremely creative, it wasn't groundbreaking, it wasn't special, it was a nice collection, a well put together collection, but as well we know that this is what we're going to get from Zuhair Murad. So no tea, no shade, it was an okay collection. So I think it's important also to know what's on the other side, what's couture customer thinking about couture. So I get the chance to speak to a few of them and ask them the question, what is couture for you? And here is what they answered. Could you please tell us what's couture for you?
I think couture, when you describe the word couture, it's like it's one of a kind. It's something is like people can't get a hand on it, but you have to be fierce and fabulous to in order for you to fit in that couture. It just you have to be not just pretty, but you have to be have an attitude to wear it also. That's how I describe couture to myself, you know.
Couture is like you drink a good red wine, you know.
It's not easy also because it's quite heavy when it comes to couture, but hey, you have to work it out. Beauty is pain, you know.
Couture is expressing yourself, and it's about textures and how it's all just so beautiful.
Couture for me is my happiness. It sets the tone of my year and how I hold myself, what I buy for myself, obviously what I buy from the designers, what I buy from my own shops, and how I create the character in which I'm going to walk into even a restaurant.
Well, here is a recap of the Haute Couture Fall 2019-20. So you guys let me know what you think. Just comment below and remember to thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon here at the Talk of Fashion. Bye sweets.